right, hey friends, what's happening? What's shaking? What's going on? This is Andy coming to you again from here at Andy's World of Bass. Today I'm going to do a video for you, and we'll do a little funky bass lesson. And I want to kind of just walk you through my my thought process in my process of mechanics that I'm kind of utilizing and putting together a series of ideas in a flowing kind of way that becomes a funky groove with it has a lot of different subtle variations, okay? But it all starts with a theme. So in this case, I start with a rhythmic figure that's going to be repeated. It's going to be repeated so much that it becomes implied, that even when it's not there, we're hearing it. So in this case, so I'm leading with a little glissando, key of A, by the way, and coming across to the octave and doing a double hit. And I want to be able to do this both if you play finger style and slap style. You want to be able to do both so that you can interchange them, to take it to another level of variety. So that's gonna be my theme, right? My rhythmic pocket theme. And then I'm gonna start fitting in little fills and stuff in between. Okay, so in order to keep it interesting and have a good amount of variety, functional variety, I'm not always going to cross over to the octave. Sometimes I'm just going to stay on the root instead of and crossing the string and doing the octave. I'm going to just stay on the A and keep it down low, right? Okay, stay low every once in a while. And then in terms of where I go with the little fills and stuff that I play in between, I'm not always going to go up for my fills. I'm going to try and, in an ideal setting, I would go down lower every other fill. of got that from Taxman. Paul McCartney, he's going octave, right? It's a similar thing where he's leading to the octave, but every once in a while he goes like this, and it's so hip. Boom, boom, and he stays on the root, and that with the kick drum, that is what makes it. If he just kept going, it's not nearly as hip as what he did, which is boom, boom. See what I'm saying? So there's a few ideas. Create a motif. The fills, some of them are going to be shorter. As simple as that. Or right? And then every fourth time or whatever feels good, I might do it for, you know what I'm saying? I might go a little longer. You see, you know, you can go a measure or two, you know. Yeah. Now it's a lot easier when you have a drum group to play against. A little power chord thing. You can throw in some of these cool little dissonant or diatonic harmonious double stop slurring, greasy slurring. You can throw in some of the random, I call them random glissando stuff. The main thing is just not so much the pitches, it's kind of random. Some of those random things where it's not a defined destination of what pitch you're going to start on and what pitch you're going to end on. It's just kind of like a rhythmic sort of drum fill with some glissandoing notes. You can do it on one string. thing I'll do is I'll do a longer fill. The first half of it will be fingerstyle. The second half of it will be slapped and plucked. And you just kind of keep working on it and trying to make it groove, you know, make every note sound good. It's not, I kind of have that the priority list, which is time, tone, and note choices in that order. The time is the contract. The time is the most important thing. Tone the line with the tempo, right? And landing the moves with good timing, with perfect timing. And then the second most important priority is getting a good tone on every note I play. Mistakes. You're gonna have little falters, little miscues, and little fuck ups. but you know, so what? Who gives a shit if it's not perfect? The point is that it gets better the more we do it. You know, they say, you know, in equine, I'm learning a lot about equine, studying a lot with my mules, learning to ride and learning a lot about equine understanding and everything. And, you know, my teacher says you got to do something 5,000 times before it becomes second nature. And that's the same thing with playing. It's exactly like music. You know, we can't have an expectation that we're going to be able to do this stuff and it's going to flow seamlessly and it's going to be really sound really natural and look real easy when we're doing it, and all the elements, all the components, all the mechanics, all the originality and individual style, all that stuff is not just going to instantly appear one day. It's going to be accumulative, and it's going to always be getting more and more refined over the course of our entire journey with the instrument. So I'm getting better all the time, and I'm getting better at refining what I do. I'm getting better at refining how I want to make myself clear with what it is that I'm trying to say, how I'm expressing myself. I'm refining that, and as time goes on, I'm getting better at being able to articulate that, to say what I want to say and have it have purpose and have it be deliberate and be delivered with clarity. And, you know, it comes down to really making everything count, making everything have a function, a purpose, and, you know, everything, you know, with those three priorities in mind: time, tone, and pitch choices. So that's kind of, in a nutshell. Remember to stay low. Don't always, because if we go high every time that we play a fill, it sounds like, you know, ball, ball, ball. Biggity, 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 ball, ball, ball. Biggity, 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 ball, ball, ball. Biggity, 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 biggity. And that's not hip at all. That becomes jive very quickly. So that's why I have to think, I have to make a conscious effort to go low most of the time. That's the other thing, you know, when I go low a lot of the time, when I do decide to go high, it has much more meaning and much more purpose, and it sounds much more appropriate and excellent when I go high every once in a while. It packs a bigger punch than if I'm always constantly going high. Another one is the climb up and going past the one and back to the one. So I'm climbing chromatically back towards the one, but instead of going to the one, I go past it and gliss back down to it. You know, you could go a half step, a whole step, you could do a random thing. Minor third, go past to the minor third and then gliss back down. That was C natural, F sharp, G, G sharp, C natural. But if you do it on the same string, it sounds fatter. If you're going to go way up here, I mean, that's the kind of thing you do once. Don't do it more than once, maybe twice, but, you know, maybe twice. You can only go going way high on the bass like that is never going to be as hip as staying down low. It just ain't, because all that ass is going to go away, you know? The subs are going to shut down. We live in the subs. We live in the low frequencies where it's really powerful. It's pushing massive amounts of air. As soon as we go, all that goes away. So, it can be good once. But anything more than that, it just doesn't really have any value. You know, it all comes down. It's another thing that I can that I can compare to equine learning. It's like everything that you do when you're riding, it should have value. You know, why do it? What is the value? What value does it bring to the partnership? Asking my mule to go this way or go that way, or to go faster or to go slower, or to climb over this log, or to jump up that embankment, or to cross that river. What value does it have? Is it necessary? Is it critical? Or is it something that I'm just doing to get my jollies, or to assert some sort of control? That's not really gonna fare well. Not in music either. You know, if I want to play up real high, just because I can do it, just because I have enough control to do it, doesn't mean that it's right. Doesn't mean that it's good. You know, if I'm trying to land some kind of maneuver like that, just simply to prove to myself that I can do it, it's not serving the music. It doesn't have the value. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't possess the value. I don't know that that's something that we'll ever be able to have complete understanding of and complete control of, but because we're always going to make better choices, we're always going to make good choices, sometimes we're going to make not so good choices. It doesn't matter ultimately. I mean, who cares? It's about just trying to do the best we can, you know, make the best choices we can and keep trying. So I don't know, you know, that's kind of where I'm coming from, and I hope that all of this might help folks, you know. lastly, what I might do is do something that's diatonically chordal. You know, funk tends to be. I just put these strings on. Just put these brand new strings on. Funk tends to be one chord, you know, very rooted in one chord, and then it might go to the 4 or something for the bridge. So another thing that we can do is we can do a chord sequence as a fill. And remember to stay low. All right, friends. Peace.